guys, so today I'm going to be bringing you a drugstore first impressions makeup tutorial on this makeup look right here. It's a very affordable look. It is definitely dramatic, so if you are into that kind of dramaticness, that is all me. There is a bunch of palettes that I haven't used before and a couple new products that I'm just opening for the first time. So I'm really excited to get this video out to you guys, especially since it's a very affordable makeup and you can easily access all of these products in your local store or drugstore, etc, etc. So I can't wait for you guys to see this look, and if you guys want to see how I got this look right here, then stay tuned and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so the shadow that I'm going to be using today that I bought at the drugstore is this Bhcosmetics BE Palette. It's in collaboration with a YouTuber, Buds Beauty. And I went to Ulta and picked it up. I was looking for just like a drugstore palette. And I was going to get the Carly Bell palette, but I saw this palette and I was like, yes. Ulta now for $14.50. Ulta is, they do have Prestige and they do have drugstore. My sister is calling me. Don't have to worry about that no more. So these are the shades right here of the palette. So I'll be using this palette, and I will also be using, oh dang. If you don't mind buying things online, these are worth it in price. They are worth it overall in general. These are from Coastal Scents. These are $1.99 or $1.49. I think the price changes every so often. I've had these shadows for about 2 years now, and they are amazing. They blend really well. I feel like a lot of people sleep on Coastal Scents because it's kind of a cheaper brand, but if you're looking for something that's going to be cheap but good quality, definitely check those shadows out. Okay, so I snatched my hair back a little bit, and I'm going to be dipping into that Bhcosmetics palette, the shade Optimistic, which is a nice matte brown shade. And I'm also going to be taking a crease brush from Wet n Wild. It just looks like this. And you can actually buy these at the drugstore or Dollar Tree. Girl, you can get these anywhere. These are an amazing brush. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love these brushes. They are phenomenal. So I'm going to come at the crease area of my eye and kind of just apply that on. So first impression of this palette, it's really, really nice. The shadows are blending pretty well, but it does have a lot of fallout. And I'm not one for the fallout girl. So I am dragging out this shadow a little bit past that bone area right here and just really working it into the eye. So next I'm going to be taking the shade Oktoberfest from Coastal Scents Cosmetics, applying that to the crease of our eye. So now I'm just going to be taking, again, my Wet n Wild crease brush, and I'm going to be going in and just really buffing those shadows together. We have Optimistic and Oktoberfest applied to the eyes. I'm also going to be taking a Coastal Scents shadow in the shade Barista, which is a really pretty matte shade as well. And we're going to be focusing that on the outer parts of our eye. So we want to keep that Barista shade mostly on the outer parts of the eye. The outer V is what we call it, and we're not taking it too far up above that crease area right here. We're just focusing it more on the outer shade part. So I'm going to be taking my favorite brush. You can actually get this at the drugstore as well. It is a concealer brush from e.l.f. and it looks exactly like this. So it's just a flat tip concealer brush, and I love, 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 love this brush for cutting my crease on my eye. So what you can do is use any concealer, anything that is not too liquidy. I like my concealer for cutting my crease a little bit thicker. You could also use a MAC paint pot for cutting your crease, or, you know, whatever you need or whatever you got to do. So I'm taking a little bit onto the back of my hand, and this is the part where it gets a little bit difficult for most people, is where do you cut your crease at? So with hooded eyes, you don't want to cut your crease where your eye is relaxed. So wherever this extra flap of skin is, you don't want to exactly put your crease cutting it right here. If you cut it right there, it will just look very small and it will not open up your eyelid. So what I like to do is cut it a little bit above the crease area. And we're just rounding it out. So you want to get as good enough as a line as you possibly can. You don't want it to be too janky. One thing you can do if you don't have a very steady hand is place your elbow on your table wherever you are working out of, and just kind of let it rest on there and then go at your eye. So as you see, I'm stopping about right here. I'm not going to take the cut crease too far. Oops. I'm not going to take the cut crease too far out, because then it will be a full-on cut crease. So this is a half cut crease. So basically that's where we're stopping. I mean, you can stop wherever you want, but that's where I like to stop. So I'm just going to take whatever is left on the brush and just kind of apply it onto the lid. And this will act like a primer for eyeshadow as well. But you can also just keep this as a base if you wanted to. And have your eye makeup just, you know, even it out, so that way you're not looking all funky on the eye. Okay, so now once we have our cut crease applied on, now we can go ahead and apply our shimmer shades to our eyelid. It's a beautiful, beautiful gold shade. That's what it looks like, and it's really, really pretty. I can't wait to And we're not going to take it too far past that white line right there, because we are going to be applying a darker shade to the outer corners of the eye. So we're just going to mostly focus this pigment onto this part of the center of the eye. So one thing I like to do when I'm doing half cut creases is I like to take a flat liner brush. It just looks like this. This is a Wet n Wild liner brush, and I like to spritz it with some MAC Fix Plus or Urban Decay All Nighter spray and go at the crease of my eye to make it more of a cut, just to line it up and make sure I'm covering all the white around the eye right there, so that way it's like perfectly cut on the eye. Okay, so just like that, now we have our cut crease, we have our shimmers on, we have a nice little cut to the top of the crease. So now we're going to focus on the outer parts of the eye, and then we will be done with the eye almost. So I'm going to be taking the shade Inspired from the Bhcosmetics palette and applying that to the outer V of the eye. So I'm going to be mostly focusing it about right here, just to give it a really nice definition and just make everything come together to give it the complete eye look we're looking for. My MAC 217 brush, and I'm just going to lightly place that pigment at the corner of the eye. So one thing with the darker pigments, we never want to take them up past this brow bone. If we take it up past the brow bone, it's just gonna look like you just got punched in the eye, and you don't want that at the end of the day. Nobody wants that. So once we have our darker shades applied to our eyes, we're going to move on to our Nyxcosmetics glitter liner. This is amazing liner. We're just adding some sparkle and shimmer to the eye, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna apply the glitter to the inner parts of the eye just to give it the pop. So now once we have our eyes semi-done, we're going to move on to our face. And this is where the fun is going to come in, because there's a lot of new products that I bought from the drugstore that I've never tried before. And I'm super, super excited to try them. So first and foremost, we're going to be trying out, well, not really trying out. This is my... I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focused Foundation. Now this foundation claims to be tested in 7 light sources. It also claims to be having a mattify effect to the face. It also prevents flashback from happening when you take pictures. So it's basically kind of like an HD foundation. Now with this foundation, it's about $4.68, I believe. At Walmart, I was just there today and I think it was $4.68, but online I did see at Target it is $5.99. so if you want to save, you know, a couple chip change, you can go ahead and, you know, buy it at Walmart. So when you open it up, it just have a little spatula, which is different, and the smell smells like paint. Like you're about to like slay your face with some paint, some strong ass paint. But the scent does go away once it is onto the face. I'm not really sure what's in it to make it smell like that, but that shit is strong. Like when I smelled this, I was like, damn. So this product is for radiance, and it is $7 for this little tube right here. I'm saying. So this claims that you can drop it into anything to give a radiant glow. It's a universal shade, flattering on all skin tones. Mix well with any liquid or cream as you desire. So first thing off the bat, what I'm looking at is, what is this? That it looks disgusting. It looks like my son's bottles. I'm not feeling that. Now let's see. Okay, and it's like leaking everywhere. Put some damn... No. I mean, it's pretty. If you guys can see the shine a little bit. It's like super oily. It's just like pure oil. Like literally, like it's pure oil. I'm not. No. No. That's going back in the tube. That's going to be returned. Goodbye. I'm gonna put it on with the spatula now, since I'm not mixing anything with that foundation. Now, whenever I use this foundation, I do find like it has a little bit of a sheer coverage to it, so you might need to go let you go. Man, I hope I still got my receipt for those drops, because homegirl is taking those back. $7. Bye. So now that we have our foundation on, I'm going to skip to the brows real quick before we apply our concealer and everything on. And I'm actually going to be using an LA Girl pencil. This is about $5 at Ulta Beauty. And they just started carrying this brand there, and I'm pretty excited because I've heard really amazing things about it. So it's supposed to be just like the Anastasia brow definer. It's a really, really thin tipped pencil. So we'll go ahead and see how it is. living and breathing for like this brow pencil, but the brow pencil is pretty good. I think it's a good alternative if you're looking for something quick and drugstore affordable. This is a good pencil to try. So next we're going to be moving on to concealer. Concealer, I have definitely tried this before. This is my favorite concealer for drugstore, and it's the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. It is very similar to the NARS Radiant Cream Concealer from what I've heard, but I do have to build this concealer up a little bit more than what I usually do with concealers, like my Shape Tape. That's a very full coverage. This one I would definitely say is like a sheer to medium coverage, and I like a full because I'm a mom and I stay up to like late hours of the night, like binging on Hulu, and then I'm like, why the hell did I stay up all damn night? Okay, so now once our concealer is all blended out and we look flawless and highlighted underneath the eye, we're going to be moving on to our contour. So I just bought this palette. I'm really excited to use it. I've seen really good reviews on it. For $6, I mean, you get beautiful pans and really sculpting power. So I'm really excited to try this. Okay, elf. Okay. Highly recommend this palette. Go buy it right now. Go buy it as soon as you get done with this video. Go buy it. $6, amazing quality. I'm loving this contour, probably more than my other contour kits. I definitely will be using this a lot more for sure. To my favorite part, which is, can you guess, the highlighter? So excited. So this is a Pixi Beauty highlighter. This is London Lust. This is in collaboration with a YouTuber as well. And I believe this highlighter runs for $16. And I mean, it's kind of steep for a drugstore brand, but this highlighter is amazing, guys. Like I truly love this highlighter right now. Did you guys like see this highlighter, like for real though? You need to dust off any excess. But this highlight is like giving me all kinds of just wet glow feeling, you know? Yes. So I will be using the NYX Liquid Suede Cosmetics liquid lipsticks. These are amazing. They're very comfortable onto the lips. They don't flake off as much, but you do have to apply them throughout the day to get them to stay on. So once you eat or drink or something like that, they will start to flake off a little bit. So just keep that in mind. Alright guys, so this completes the look for this drugstore first impressions haul. I hope you guys had fun just as much as I did. And I hope you guys go out and buy these products that I recommended, especially that e.l.f. contour palette, because girl, you need that in your life. Like, no jokes aside, this baby is amazing. I'm so in love with it. So just want to say thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.